Memphis police releasing a mixed bag to the city council when it comes to crime trends in the Bluff City. MPD said major violent crime categories are down, including aggravated assault 20% and homicides down 16%. But police said property crime is up in every city council district, especially car thefts and shoplifting. Authorities say Kias and Hyundais are especially vulnerable to being stolen, following a national trend there. MPD said a new recruitment class of more than 70 officers will soon be on patrol, and they hope to bring back 50 retired officers to assist with visibility at larger events. Now, an offshoot of that, however, is the juvenile crime problem, both in Memphis and nationally. In fact, every year in the U.S., we're now trying, sentencing, or incarcerating more than 200,000 of the most serious juvenile offenders in adult courts. And Memphis transfers more young people as adults than the rest of Tennessee combined. Although we're told the number of children being tried in adult court in Memphis is declining overall. Looking at the 4-year trend, in 2017, 92 kids were charged as adults. The next year it fell to 78, and in 2019 went back up again to 90. But look at the significant decline over the past 2 years. It dropped to 49 youth charged as adults in 2020 and only 40 last year. Memphis's NAACP President Van Turner says he's unconvinced that trying kids in adult court works.
If you put them further in the system, there's probably no way they can return back.
Experts say one solution is to provide the youth with enough mental and emotional resources. Turner says we need to look closer at the journey of juvenile criminals, how they get there in the first place. And tonight on the news at 6, criminal justice experts are hosting a town hall to engage community residents, and lawmakers on this issue and possible alternatives. This is an online Zoom town hall, so you don't have to leave your home to voice your opinion. To find the link, just go to abc24.com/now. One of the speakers scheduled to be part of the discussion is 23-year-old Carlton Brown. Brittani Moncrease reports he knows firsthand what it's like to be incarcerated as an adult.
Carlton Brown is a native Memphian who was charged as an adult at the age of 15. From a side we don't often hear from, Carlton is sharing his experience on the other side of the justice system.
When you walk through those doors at 201, you scared. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know. You really don't.
From the outside in, it's a world unknown. But for 23-year-old Carlton Brown, it's a world he learned at a young age.
I landed up in juvenile in 2014, but then I had came back in 2016 and they weren't playing. And then they had ended up bounding me over as an adult.
Carlton was 15 years old, now charged as an adult for a violent offense. A judge sentenced him to 10 years, having served 3 in jail and the remainder on probation.
I felt like it was coming to a slump. You gotta turn yourself into a lion, basically. Like, you gotta turn yourself into fear nothing. And it's tough in there, especially for a younger cat.
A toughness Carlton experienced even before having gone to jail.
You're faced with a lot of challenges in Memphis growing up. Like, this is not no easy city to just say you're gonna be scot-free on, just because there's a lot of negative activity going on around you, and that's what you're gonna attract yourself to, because you're a child.
An attraction that caused Carlton to lose out on the remainder of his childhood.
If you get out of there, your mindset's still at 15, 16 years old. So now you gotta fight through that, or trying not to be a child, you know what I'm saying? But you never got a chance.
A chance. Carlton's new fight for others. He now advocates for juveniles to not be tried as adults in cases not involving murder or other serious offenses.
Recidivism rate is so high. When you do kids like that, they're gonna be misled almost through the rest of their life. It's not gonna be no easy turn for them, because they've been in the jungle.
His solutions.
Why they don't have nothing for the people that turn it like 16, 17? Why you don't find a place where you can try to rehabilitate them? They should have like a lot of different activity where more mentors will come out, have activity where they can see more than just Memphis also.
And more than the exposure surrounding many.
Nobody else can feel your pain. Nobody else can feel them 4 walls. Nobody else can feel nothing that you're going through but you. So every decision that you make, it's gonna stay on you.
Now this is a topic that is growing, especially as the county's DA seat, juvenile court judge, and juvenile court clerk seats are all up for election this year.